Which feels cheaper? $10 or $9.99. Don't think. Just answer. Your brain picked one instantly. And that reaction, that split-second feeling that $9.99 is meaningfully less than $10, is a neurological glitch that has generated more money than most countries will ever see. You already know it's a trick, and it still works on you, every single day. That's the part nobody explains. Stay with me. Because by the end of this video, you'll understand why your brain physically cannot process a price correctly, how one company lost almost $1 billion trying to fix this, and why an app you probably have on your phone right now left $160 million on the table because of a single digit. Let's start with what actually happens inside your head when you see a price. In 2025, neuroscientists published a study in Frontiers in Human Neuroscience. They fitted people with EEG sensors and showed them product images followed by prices. What they found confirmed something retailers have exploited for over a century. Your brain produces a measurable electrical spike called an N400 within 400 milliseconds of seeing a number, less than half a second. Before you've consciously thought about whether something is expensive or cheap, your brain has already filed it into a category. But here's what matters. That filing system doesn't read the full number. It reads left to right, and it locks onto the first digit. This is called left digit bias. Researchers Manoj Thomas and Vicky Morwitz proved it across 5 experiments. When the leftmost digit drops from $3 to $2.99, your brain doesn't register 1 cent less. It registers an entirely different price category. 3 becomes 2, 10 becomes 9, 100 becomes 90-something. $9.99 and $10 live in 2 completely different mental folders inside your head, even though the actual distance between them is the smallest unit of currency that exists. 1 penny, not $1, not $10, 1 penny. That's the difference between millions of people buying something and walking away. And here's the scary part. Not that companies manipulate prices, that they don't have to hide it. They do it in plain sight, on every tag, every screen, every menu, because your brain does the manipulation for them. Someone discovered this by accident over 100 years ago. In the late 1800s, shop owners had a problem. Their employees were stealing cash. No cameras, no digital registers. A customer hands over $1 for a 50-cent item. The clerk pockets the money, never opens the drawer. Done. So owners changed prices to 49 cents. Now the customer expects change. The clerk has to open the register. The drawer opening becomes proof of a transaction. Charm pricing wasn't invented to trick customers. It was invented to catch thieves. But then something nobody expected happened. Sales went up, significantly. Owners noticed items at 49 cents outsold the same items at 50 cents. The 1 cent drop changed something in people's heads. They'd stumbled onto a neurological exploit. By accident. And once they realized what they had, they never let it go. So where are we? 3 things. 1. Your brain anchors on the first digit and files $9.99 as 9, not 10. 2. This was discovered by accident in the 1800s when shop owners were catching thieves. 3. It worked so well that every price you've seen your entire life was shaped by it. Now, what happens when someone tries to undo it? It's 2012. A CEO named Ron Johnson walks into J.C. Penney's headquarters with what sounds like a brilliant idea. No more fake prices. No more crossed-out original numbers. No more 1999 pricing. He called it fair and square pricing. Round numbers. Honest labels. What you see is what you pay. So what happened when a major retailer finally removed every 99 ending? Did customers appreciate the honesty? Or did it become one of the most expensive pricing experiments in retail history? Same-store sales dropped nearly 20% in the first quarter. Store visits fell 10%. The company lost $985 million in a single year. Johnson was fired within 17 months. The stock crashed 55%. J.C. Penney tried to cure their customers of the trick, and the customers punished them for it. Not because they didn't understand what was happening, but because without the fake discounts, without the 99-cent endings, without the psychological theater of saving money, shopping didn't feel good anymore. The trick isn't just influencing customers, it became part of what shopping feels like. If that just changed how you see every price tag you've ever looked at, keep watching, because it goes much further than stores. Imagine finding out your company has been leaving $160 million on the table every year. Not because of a bad product, not because of weak marketing, because of a single digit nobody thought to change. That's exactly what researchers discovered when they partnered with Lyft. In 2023, they published a study in the Review of Economic Studies, a field experiment with 21 million passengers. They tested what happens when you price a ride at $9.99 versus $10. People were dramatically more likely to accept the $9.99 ride. 1 penny made the difference between a yes and a no millions of times over. The researchers calculated Lyft could have earned an additional $160 million per year by using 99-cent pricing. A multi-billion-dollar tech company staffed with data scientists hadn't thought to deploy the oldest pricing trick in existence. That's how invisible it is. So embedded in the background of commerce that even the people running commerce forget it's there. And it gets older. You know those gas station signs? The ones that say $3.59 and then a tiny 9/10 in the corner? That fraction has been there since 1932. During the Great Depression, the US government introduced a gas tax calculated in tenths of a penny. Stations added the fraction to pass it on without rounding up visibly. The original reason disappeared decades ago, but the signs still show it. Because $3.59 9/10 looks like $3.50 something, not $3.60, 94 years later. The trick from the Depression is still running, still working, still invisible. Let me catch you up. A company lost nearly $1 billion trying to remove this trick. An app left $160 million on the table by not using it. A gas station fraction from 1932 is still manipulating you today, and all of it exploits the same 1 penny neurological glitch your brain cannot override. Now here's the part that should genuinely unsettle you. You might be thinking, I already know this. I round up in my head. I'm not fooled. Are you though? Thomas and Morwitz found that your brain encodes price magnitude at the instant it sees the left digit. That encoding happens before conscious correction is possible. It's pre-attentive. You can know it's a trick and still be affected by it. It's like an optical illusion. Knowing the two lines are the same length doesn't make them look the same length. Your visual system overrides your logic. Price perception works identically. Look at your phone right now. Open Amazon. Open a food delivery app. Open Netflix. You will struggle to find a single price that wasn't engineered this way. Every number you see was chosen by someone who understood what your left digit does, and your brain still treats it as real, every time. A switch you never installed and can't remove. Now there's another layer, something called the decoy effect. Before I explain it, let me test you. 3 options. A. Web-only subscription for $59. B. Print-only for $125. C. Web plus print for $125. Which would you pick? Most people choose wrong for exactly the reason you're about to hear. Dan Ariely at MIT tested this with The Economist magazine, those exact 3 options. The print-only option at $125 makes no sense. Same price. Less product. 0 students chose it, but 84% chose the expensive web plus print combo. When Ariely removed the nonsensical middle option, preference flipped. Most students chose the cheap plan. The middle option was never meant to be chosen. It existed to make the expensive option look like a steal. That's the decoy. And every subscription page, every pricing table, every most popular badge you've ever seen uses one. So let me connect this for you. You walk into a world where every price is engineered before you see it. The digit is chosen. The original price is inflated. The decoy is planted. The 99 ending is calculated. The font size. The color. Whether the dollar sign is visible, what appears first on the page, the timer counting down beside it. None of that is random. All of it is architecture, built for a brain that reads left to right, locks onto the first number, and feels spending pain that can be numbed by the smallest possible discount. You're not shopping. You're being played. Every single time. So here's what you do with this. 3 things. 1. When you see any price ending in 99, 97, or 95, round up before you react. Force your brain past the left digit. $10, not $9.99. That 1 second correction changes everything. 2. When you see 3 pricing options on any website, look for the decoy. Which one makes no sense on its own? That's the one designed to push you toward the expensive choice. Ignore it. 3. If something is on sale and the original price is crossed out, ask yourself one question. Did I want this before I saw the discount? If the answer is no, the sale isn't saving you money. It's spending your money for you. Remember that 1 penny trick we started with? It never needed to fool your eyes. It only needed to fool your brain for 400 milliseconds. That's less time than it takes to blink. And that's all it takes. Every store, every website, every menu, every day of your life. And your brain still hasn't adapted. Now, if your brain processes prices without your permission, what else is it doing that you never agreed to? In the next video, I'll show you what happens inside your brain the moment a notification lights up your screen. The answer involves the exact same reward system used in slot machines, and it's running right now, on the device you're holding. If you're going to see $9.99 differently for the rest of your life, send this to someone before they buy their next thing. We all fall for this, every single day, and nobody warned us. I'll see you in the next one.